Alright, so we got more MiG-21s inbound. Let's check the status of my F4s. And it looks like most of my F4s are ready to go, or at least some of them are. So I'll let those fish beds get a little bit closer before I head out, before I launch. Still expecting a backfire rate at any time, so I'm going to keep holding these F-14s in reserve. Alright, so sorry for the quiet there, guys. Was just kind of looking at chat while we wait for something to go. Those MiG-21s are still inbound. Still haven't identified this motor rifle division that I'm supposed to be engaging. So we'll just let the RC-135 continue its course. And my Contrail Vampire VS-21, I think that's... Alright, so these are hostile. They have fired on my Vikings, so we've identified this as a Cresta 2. So I'm gonna... That's gotta be hostile as well. Alright, so with that being said, I'm going to deactivate these two Viking, or at least the JFK Viking mission. I don't want any more of my Vikings flying into that patrol box until I clear out those two ships. With that, I think it's time to launch a naval strike. Let's see what I have available. Well, I mean, it is just an airliner, guys. There's nothing special about the RC-135. Nothing to see here. Just your typical Boeing 707, just kind of flying around northern Norway like it's lost. Just flying, you know, just loops and just continuous loops around. All right, so more Sam's going for my Vikings. All right, let's get back onto this strike. What do we have available? So intruders, armed with walleyes and laser-guided bombs. My Corsairs. CBU-59s. I've got some Shrike AGMs. All right, so we're gonna launch. I don't think they're emitting. At least I'm not detecting any. Don't think I'm getting any radar signals from them. Contact report. So I am getting a radar for medium range. So anti-radiation missiles should work. Right, so we're going to launch the Corsairs. We're going to send 2 strikes from the VA-46 Klansmen, armed with AGM-45B Shrike missiles. And I'm going to launch 4, 5, and 6 from the Klansmen, armed with Walleye 2s. And I'm going to launch VA-72 Blue Hawks, armed with Shrikes, and another 2 armed with, again with Walleyes. And I'm going to send basically 4 after each ship. It's probably going to be overkill, but I'd like to have the resources available just in case. And I lost one of my Vikings, which I'm not really surprised. Alright, so my Cabera is bingo. So it's returning to base. Fish beds are still inbound. I'm going to slow time compression down here a little bit while I wait for my Corsairs to form up. And what I'm going to do here, rename this group Corsair. These are armed with walleyes. Walleye 1. Walleye 2. I'm actually going to create a strike mission for these groups, but I want a unique name so I actually know what I'm looking at on the mission screen. Strike 1. Strike 2. All right, awesome. So add new mission. Strike. Naval strike. Actually, how am I doing that? It's only 2 ships. I can manage this on my own. So we're going to take this group here, target the Cresta. Now that's a CG, so that's very well could. No contacts on it. Actually, a new mission. I was going to create a strike mission, or just do this manually, but I'd rather just create a strike mission. Naval strike. Add those as targets. There we go. No, 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 no. Not sure what you're doing. I don't want you to do that. Replaying targets only. Yeah, I know I saw Vikings in that box. I'll just let them keep going. Hopefully those hopefully those two ships won't be around much longer. Cults would definitely be a problem, but both looks like they've dropped down. As Sirius was pointing out, that is a minimum altitude on these strikes. So we're going to drop these down to below the cloud level. Just to be on the safe side. This unit here keeps wanting, this group of Corsairs keeps wanting to go back after that. Keeps wanting to go after that merchant, and I don't want it to. There we go. Just needed to drop its target. Let's go down to mid-altitude on my walleyes. And you should actually check on, uh-oh. Uh-oh. This is what happens when you get too focused on one thing and you don't pay attention. Overall, is those fish beds are way, or those bogeys are way too close. This is what happens when you focus too much. And it's going to cost me. All right. Launch those. Do I have anything on the JFK that's not a F-14 that I can launch as a fighter? Obviously none of the intruders. And my Corsairs are all configured as attack birds. And I don't even have any of the F-14s actually ready to launch anyway. This is not good at all. All right. So it looks like my escorts are engaging as well here. It's not actually letting me target these. All right, well, hopefully my fighters will break off for there because for whatever reason, it's not letting me really, All right, well, the battle group is engaging as well as my fighters. There we go, got him. It's probably a huge amount of overkill there, but I'd rather knock. Oh, that is one lucky MiG. There we go, got him. All right, let's go see how my attack is going over here. All right, so it looks like so that is the Cresta 1 cruiser, the Vice Admiral Rosad. All right, so something I want to change here because I really don't care about SAM launches. I don't need to know every single missile that launches. So I'm going to go over here, message log. This is something that really annoys me. I don't need a pop-up on it. Frankly, there's nothing I can do if a missile launches anyway, so... Alright, so I lost one of my Corsairs. And it looks like they're returning to base now. Awesome. So I've got the Admiral Nakimaz, the CG, attacked and assessed as Category 4, sunk. Awesome. And hopefully this last group of Corsairs here will be armed with walleyes, will be able to finish off the Admiral, whatever this is. The the Vice Admiral Drozud, hopefully. Alright, so why aren't we launching? There we go. There's the walleye launch. And Vice Admiral Drozod CG attacked and assessed as Category 4 sunk. Close and resume. So 2 surface vessels for the cost of, 2 aircraft. Not too bad, actually. And what do we have over here? More flagons. Alright. Let's get my F4s on them. Why is it... For whatever reason, when I'm doing this, it's selecting my reference point and not actually letting me... This may be my first bug. I'm going to have to actually... Okay. That's really weird. Alright, I'm going to have to restart this because this is a... Actually save this and see if I can recreate this little... Fire and Brimstone... Oh, 1. This may actually be my first kind of bug of this. For whatever reason, for those that can't really see what's happening, is I'm selecting... Oh, all I had to do was select another group. Maybe not. For whatever reason, it kept trying to move one of my reference points instead of actually letting me target these MiGs. Alright. There we go. Well, so the Corsairs are on their way home. My F4s are on their way to engage whatever these are over here. So my Canberra is on its way home. My rivet joint still has 4 hours of flying time left. And for whatever reason, still has not been able to identify where this motor rifle division supposedly is. Alright, so it looks like we've lost contact with those. I'm going to put my F4s kind of on a rough kind of arc here on the threat axis. Push them out a little bit. Battle group. Alright, so new Hawkeye is coming up to replace the one currently airborne. And seriously, I'm not seeing any Talos missiles on my battle groups. Am I missing something? Oh, I have two Terrier missiles, but I'm not seeing any Talos mods, or missiles, sorry. And Excroat, the losses and expenditures. I really don't like looking at this too often, but so they've lost 22 MiG-21 fish beds. They've lost the Cresta 1 and Cresta 2. They've lost 4 bears and one Su-15. I must be blind. Oh, I'm sorry. I am completely blind. I do have tailless missiles. I'm sorry. I'm just blind. Sorry about that. So I do have tailless missiles. That is a big air-to-air missile. Was a long-range naval surface-to-air missile, among the earliest surface-to-air missiles to equip the United States Navy. Used radar beam running for guidance to the vicinity of its target, and semi-active radar homing for terminal guidance. Relatively limited use due to its large size and dual radar antenna system. There were few ships that could accommodate the large missiles with the AN-SPW-2 missile guidance radar and the AN-SPG-49 target illumination and tracking radar. 11.6 meter long, 3.5 ton missile was similar in size to a fighter aircraft. Wow. They were installed on the three Galveston class cruisers, converted Cleveland class light cruisers, with 14 missiles in ready service and up to 30 unmated missiles and boosters in storage area above the main deck. Nuclear powered USS Long Beach and three Albany class cruisers, converted Baltimore class heavy cruisers, carried the Mark 12 launchers fed from behind by a 46 round magazine below the main deck. Interesting. Alright, let's get back to this. Looks like I have lost contact with most of Alright, there we go. There's the missile. There's the fire. Got one. First missile on that last one missed. I think that's us. Got him.